Hello, I'm Christian. This is Paige, and we did our review on the bucket list.
The bucket list is based off two older adults who just found out they had stage 4 cancer, and basically cancer isn't very much discussed in the movie. It's mainly just focused on the activities they chose to do with their cancer diagnosis. So overall, the information wasn't very misleading. They were very I would say they're pretty accurate about the treatment. They had they showed them throwing up and having night sweats and some of the side effects of it, but really didn't go into detail again. So recovery, both the actors they were told that they had 6 months to a year to live. So recovery wasn't really an aspect that they focused on in the movie also. So yeah.
So the next one is discussion of death and dying. This movie illustrates the concept of death pretty frequently, since they were both diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and they were both given dates of 6 months to a year of living, and they both know that that death was predominant. So they both kind of accepted the idea of death. So with the caregiver's role in the film is very minimal, due to the fact that for one of the character, Carter, Morgan Freeman, he really didn't want to, he accepted death and didn't want to bring anybody down with him. His wife was really caring for him, but he just kind of wanted to stay in bed. And both characters throughout the movie were in the hospital bed or on an adventure. And then Edward, Jack Nicholson's character, didn't have anybody, sadly, in his family before or after his cancer diagnosis. And then to use this information for other cancer patients in the real world, the way I see it is that whether you have a client that has cancer or a family member, is the best thing is to listen to what their needs are and what they want to make them comfortable. And then lastly, what impact did this have individually? I think it ties into my last question, is that that every case is kind of different. Everybody's cancer experience is different. There's different ages and there's different severity of the disease, so you have to treat every case differently.
And for me, something that kind of stood out to me is if they kind of went through some questions that cancer patients might be having about death and dying, is there a God, and what's the purpose of life and stuff like that. So I think it's that was kind of cool to recognize people who are going through that will probably think about those things, and maybe be there for them to be a listening ear to have them go through those questions.